Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Greg Furman and these are the market positions for October the 4th, 2017. Now our first trade for tonight is going to be in the Forex market. We're looking at the Euro Japanese Yen. Now predominantly this is a US Japan trade. The Euro coming under pressure right across the board, but when we look at it against the Japanese Yen, you can see that we're following the VantagePoint 18-day predicted moving average has been acting as a support, but we're simply not budging off of this area. So when we look at the current resistance levels here at 133, we're closing 132.54, but you can see that basically the VantagePoint 18-day predicted moving average at 132.25 is the only thing right now holding this pair up. Now our neural index is down. Our predicted short, medium, and long-term differences and our strength indicator are pointing down. We have a crossover in the predicted MACD. Now we're sitting at 52.5 on the predicted RSI. So there's very little momentum to the upside or the downside on this particular pair, but when we break down the individual crossovers using those predicted moving average, we can see our short term is down, medium term down, but more importantly, you can see that our long term crossover is also pointing down with a lot of activity around this 132.73 to 132.54 area. So with this long term crossover, basically this one is very seldomly wrong. So when we look at all of this, we bring all of this together, then and only then do we go to that daily report. So for tomorrow, we're looking at, and again, this video is being produced at 6:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday night ahead of the Asian session. So we may see some activity on this one tonight. We're looking for a retracement up to 132.97 so we can set our short positions. We're then going to target 132.05. But remember here, guys, we always want to look at bigger targets also. So if this trade can get moving and we can break through this lower support area below 132, that's going to probably open the door back up to a move towards 130.50, and ultimately we could see another move down to 129.50. Now our resistance is strong up here right now at 134.50. I don't know if I would put my stop all the way up there, but I would definitely give this trade some room to breathe. Now, again, the euro has been very volatile. It's been under selling pressure. There's a little bit of political unrest in Spain. If that clears out, the euro could recover. But right now, looking at all of these indicators, it's telling me that the euro is probably going lower and potentially the Japanese yen is going to strengthen. Now, our second trade for tonight is going to be in the U.S. consumer cyclical sector. We're looking at the Mattel stock, the MAT stock. Now, this one certainly does look interesting. We're coming into a known period of strong retail sales, which is, of course, Christmas. When we look at this, we have a fresh triple EMA cross from VantagePoint. All of this taking place around this 1541 area. We're closing at 1568, above all three of the VantagePoint predicted moving averages, starting at 1550, then 1534, and of course our most important one, which comes in at 1541. Now our neural index and our predicted short, medium, and long-term differences, along with our strength indicator, are all above the zero line. We have a crossover to the upside on the predicted MACD, and we're just breaking the 60 level on the predicted RSI at 67.9, which tells me that we have momentum building on this particular stock to the upside. So the technicals and the fundamentals are aligning here. When we look at our short-term crossover, it's been up for the last 4 or 5 days. Our medium-term crossover has been up for the last 4 days. But again, our long-term crossover here is basically the one we want to watch very closely. A lot of activity here between 1523 and 1532. 1532, of course, being that VantagePoint 6-day predicted moving average. So with all of this coming into play, it's telling me that potentially we could be getting ready for a much bigger move to the upside. Now, this particular stock, I will point out, was up at $21 per share just a few short months ago. So I'm seeing that a recovery here, and again, going into a strong fourth quarter, we should be able to get this stock moving here, guys. So not only a very good potentially short-term trade, but also potentially a very good longer term trade. So once we've done our major analysis, then and only then do we go to the all-important daily report. With that close of 1568 for tomorrow, we're looking for a minor pullback to 1556. We're then going to target 1587 on an intraday basis only. Now, again, if this stock can get moving, we want upside price targets. So the first one I'm going to look at is going to be just over $16 per share. We can see the order flow guys are then going to be watching just under $17 per share. But then if we can break through this level, that could trigger a much bigger move back up towards this $21 per share. So in my respectful opinion, this could be a very good value stock as long as we're keeping all stops below $13.50 per share.